How can I stop my vintage beer labels from deteriorating? Imagine holding a piece of beer history, a vintage label that tells a story of a bygone era. Preserving these treasures keeps the stories alive for future collectors and enthusiasts. To start, the key is controlling the environment where you store your labels. Keep the temperature steady between 60 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Fluctuations cause the paper fibers to expand and contract, which can lead to warping and cracking. Maintain relative humidity around 30 to 40%. Too much moisture invites mold and bacteria, while too little makes the paper brittle and prone to tears. Avoid storing labels in basements or attics where temperature and humidity levels change with the seasons. Light is another enemy. Direct sunlight causes fading and yellowing of the inks. Store your labels away from windows and bright artificial lights. If you want to display them, use ultraviolet UV protective glass or plexiglass barriers. Even then, extended exposure can cause gradual fading. Handling your vintage labels carefully is essential. Always wash your hands before touching them to prevent oils and dirt from speeding up deterioration. Handle labels by their edges and avoid touching the printed surface. Never fold or crease a label, as this weakens the paper. Store them flat in acid-free archival boxes with acid-free tissue paper separating each label. Regular cardboard or paper contains acids that yellow and make paper brittle over time. If labels are still attached to bottles, use an interlocking grid storage system. This keeps each bottle and label separate, preventing rubbing and damage. Different labels requiring different care. Foil labels are delicate and sensitive to moisture and chemicals. Keep foil labels in cool, dry conditions and avoid aggressive cleaning. If a foil label shows signs of deterioration, resist the urge to scrub or clean it aggressively. If you need to remove a label from a bottle, use minimal heat or the freezer method. Peel slowly and carefully to avoid tearing. Never reattach vintage labels with modern adhesives as they can stain or damage the paper. Document each label carefully. Record details like brand, date, origin, and any unique features. This helps track condition changes over time and aids identification if labels are stored separately. Keep this information in a digital database so it's safe even if the physical labels are damaged. Regularly inspect your collection for early signs of damage. Look for discoloration, mold spots, or brittleness. Catching problems early allows you to adjust storage conditions or take preventive steps. If you find mold or mildew, isolate affected labels immediately and increase air circulation. For especially valuable or rare labels, consider consulting archival specialists. They can offer tailored advice to keep your collection in top shape. The goal is to create stable, controlled conditions that help your vintage beer labels last for many years. Proper storage, handling, and documentation are your best tools for preserving these pieces of beer history.